Exodus 21 verse number 20. And if a man smite a servant or is maid with a rod, and it died under his hand, it shall be surely punished. So it's another kind of way that the people who were slave, and that's why when the Bible was talking about this, a lot of people may have problem with it and say, is slave not the same human being? You see, but the condition which the people became a slave, the Bible recognizes slave not the way we recognize slave. Most of the time slave are those people who their parents were owing a huge money they couldn't pay. So what they did is that they bring their daughter or their son to the rich man who have borrowed them money that they couldn't pay off. Then they will say, okay, let him serve you. Actually, to serve the person for in the law of the Israelites is to serve the person for 6 years. Then in the 7th year the person will be free. But the wicked people at that time, but I think the Israelites were very careful about these things, most of them, that they didn't do as wicked as selling the person out. It looked like, you see, when you are owing money in the European, most especially in Netherlands, I'm telling you what is going on, what is happening. The debt you are owing for a company, because probably most of them are also Jewish, they are afraid of God. But what they do, they'll take your name to another company. Those companies, they don't have law of these things, they don't have God the fearing, they don't mind. There was a bill I was owing. After many years I said I cannot pay at that time. I had no job at that time, nothing. I said I cannot pay now. They kept the bill for me. When everything, my document is arrived, I have paper, I have, they said, remember, you are owing us. After many years, no, they didn't forgive. I pay. It became a problematic financial. That's how I became, as that's how I went to the school of a budget. It's a small economy, but I became a master in the economy. That's why I can even advise people on how to live without debt. Yeah, I have to go to the school. Because the system will make you poor if you are not careful. They will keep your debt for you, and they don't follow these rules. Because you see, the reason why a lot of Jewish people are very rich, they are not poor, they are rich. Because if you see Jewish people, I think more than 90% of the Jewish people are rich. Forget the one you see in Israel. And you see, in worldwide, they are very rich, because they are the richest in all over the Western world, and even including the Eastern Bloc. If you see the bank and the company and all that, that was it. Because they have a law of setting you free after 7 years, so that you'll be free from debt. But in Western world, you have a lot of, you might look at the country and say, oh, the country is good, it's doing good, fine. But you see, have some poor people. Where I say poor people, they might be able to eat, because the system also makes sure that you have shelter and you have something to eat. But you are still poor because you cannot afford to do plenty things. You can't just get up and say you want to go to Bioscope. For what? Where you are owing money. So that's the thing. The reason why a lot of people are poor, because they don't have this solid law that guides them. Because God knows that people will be poor and poorer if you don't follow these rules. And now the Bible says, it says, and if a man smite is no sorry, it's 20. It says, if a man smite and the die under his feet, it shall be surely punished. Okay, so I think I was there. Then before I enter into another realm, okay. So if you smite a person and a slave die, then now what are they saying is that, okay, I think I came into this story by saying that the slave parents sold the child, or yes, now I understand, now I don't remember. But anyway, and the person, the master, must be punished. So then that's where you have the law of saying you have to be in prison for 21 years, or you have to be in prison for 5 years, depending on how long the person who the slave. Because some slave, because they are not used to it, because some people are used to slavery while some people are not used to slavery. It's not a prayer to be used to slavery. So people will say, but you need understanding that your parents couldn't pay, so whatever they say do in the house, you do the chores, cook, you cook, take care of the children, you take care of the children. I mean, it is your father condition that you are now trying to clear. It will take 6 years. It's a long time, but yes. But if you misbehave, before a master will kind of beat somebody, there must be something wrong. Let us be honest. Except the master is a mad person.